I'm just trying to think of how to make this video interesting, but I can't really think. It's not very interesting. Basically, we've got the van all stripped out from the plyboard, from the walls and stuff. We discovered some rusty spots on the wheel arches that I pointed out in the last video, but now we've got them welded up. We took it to a welder to get him to weld patches over it and seal it all up. And yesterday Claire and I started to get the wire brush out and scrape all the rust off the rest of the surface area rust off the rest of the van, and prepare it to get some primer down and some metal paint over the top. So that's what we've been doing, and I'm just going to do some more of that today. That's what we're dealing with. So just mainly surface rust, which we can just scrape back to the bare metal, and then get some paint, new paint over the top of that, and keep it all nice and new. And then this is like the patch that the welder put in, so that's all brand new, solid metal, which is really good. We wanted to do this as good a job as possible as we could at the start, because if we do it now, it gives us a peace of mind that there's no rust under anything that we put in. We're not going to have to worry about it a year down the line or 2 years down the line, or however long we'll have the van. It's going to be done and sorted, and we just need to maintain it in the future. We don't have to do big jobs again. Hopefully there might be the odd bit of welding that needs done again, but hopefully if we can get it primed up and metal paint over the top of this, that's not going to be rusting big holes in the floor or anything like that. So that was the thought process behind getting it welded up and stuff at this stage. On the way home yesterday from picking it up getting welded, we stopped at the hardware shop and got some insulation and stuff. And I'll just show it to you now. Also, this is another project I'm working on, but I'm not making any videos about it just yet. But this is the studio that I'm building to do freelance work and stuff out of, but that'll be for another video anyway. Back to the insulation. This is what we're using. We're using this foil backed, it's basically bubble wrap, but we're going to coat that on. And then we got this earth wool stuff, which is made out of recycled materials. Seems like a good option. So I'm not 100% sure whether we're going to go layer of this onto the van walls, then insulation, and then maybe layer this again, or else just insulation, then this Reflectix stuff. I'm not sure what you call it. It's just called thermowrap. So either thermowrap, insulation, thermowrap, or insulation then thermowrap, or else thermowrap and then insulation and then interior boards and stuff. So we need to figure out what way we're going to do that, but we need to get the other stuff done first anyway, so we've got a wee bit of time to think about that. And then we are also trying to think of the seat as well. Maybe put a single passenger seat in instead of putting the double back in, but we haven't found any single seats yet, so again we need to do some more thinking on that one. But yeah, and then we've got the studio, but that's for future videos, as I said. So I'm just gonna get the wire brush out and start doing some of this now. work like. Also, I don't think it's that interesting to watch. It's probably not that interesting to watch me just scraping about, so, and my phone died as well, so I'm just going to crack on and do this, and then I'll jump back to the next stage when I have to clean up. Alright, I'm pretty happy with that now. We've got most of the rust away that can come off, so now I just need to, there's a lot of dust in behind everywhere, so I'm going to give everything a big brush out, and then I'm going to get the vacuum and hoover all the dust away. So once I get most of the dust cleaned out, then I'm going to clean it with soap and stuff and degreaser or whatever, and prepare it for painting. So that's the next step, so I'm just going to get brushing here. Okay, we've got most of the dust away now with the brush and the hoover. So I still need to do the front here, but it's pretty boring watching the time lapse, I think. So that's the downside of me doing this on my own, because I can't really make the footage. Oh dear, I've got crap everywhere. I can't really make the footage look interesting. The video's not. It's just me brushing out and cleaning up, so it's pretty self-explanatory really. So I think I'm going to skip the cleaning bit and maybe jump straight to the paint. And it is primed. Okay, so I forgot to start recording again after I cleaned out everything. I just used a white spirit degreaser to take all the grease and grime and dirt away from all the old rusty paintwork, and just used the cloth, and then I've painted over the top of that with a primer. The primer that I used was Dial, not sure how you say it, but that's it. Metal primer and undercoat. So I've one coat of that on, and I'm going to let that dry now, and I'll probably just let it dry overnight and then put the next coat on. Which I've got some Hammerite metal paint, so I'll put a coat of that above, and then that'll be it, ready to go, and we can start putting stuff back into it, insulating and stuff, minus a few holes in the ground which I'll need to seal up with some sealant, but they're little pinholes. I don't know that you can see on the camera, down in here though. Don't know that you can see that, but literally just a little tiny screw hole that I need to cover over. So yeah, that took all day to clean out where we'll clean the dust out, and then clean it with the white spirit, and then get the undercoat primer on. So it'll probably take me an hour or two in the morning to get the next coat on, so I'm not going to bother videoing that, I don't think. So that's it for now. Keep it true and keep it real. Peace out.